How do you detach from something when you want it so badly? I've struggled with this. I'm sure you've struggled with this, but don't worry, because by the end of this video, I'll have given you a few simple tips, a few simple mindset shifts that you can start working on today to help you finally feel at peace with your manifestations, so you're no longer stressed about it. You're no longer feeling anxious about whether or not it's coming or whether or not it's working. You're able to just surrender to the process and have faith that whatever you decided for yourself is coming to you, and it's coming to you in divine timing. Okay, let's get right into it. The first thing you have to understand is that when you are fighting your feelings, when you are constantly trying to change what you think or change what you feel, you are fighting against yourself. You are actually holding on to that feeling for longer than you need to. So part of being able to detach from your manifestations is being able to surrender to the process and surrender to the fact that your emotions may not always be 100%, right? Your emotions aren't always going to be at happiness and bliss and joy and excitement. Even when you get your manifestation, there's still going to be ups and downs. There's still going to be moments of stress, moments of anxiety, but it's your ability to handle these emotions, to accept these emotions, to allow these emotions to flow through you. That is what's going to help build your strength and build your faith. The biggest block from you being able to let go of control and detach is the fact that you think that every emotion you have, every thought that you have is going to derail you. It's not about feeling amazing all the time. It's not about always having faith in what is happening. It's about keeping your conviction. It's about keeping your vision and your idea firm in your mind. So how does one do this? Whenever you feel yourself getting back into the state of wanting, getting back into the state of feeling really attached to the outcome, remind yourself that the outcome that you want is simply a middleman. It's simply the bridge that's going to get you to the vibration that you want to be at, right? Because if we didn't think having a certain thing would make us feel differently, we wouldn't want it anymore. And that is where the key lies. When you learn to skip the manifestation and go straight to the source of how you want to feel and choose to feel that way regardless, that is where you're able to take a step back from the actual manifestation itself. When it comes to detaching from your manifestation, think about it like this. Think about it as how you feel when you place an order online. When you place an order online, you know it's coming. You don't have it in your hands. You can't see it. You can't physically see them putting it together and building the thing or putting the thing in the mail and sending it to you. You don't know what's happening really, but you know that it's coming to you because you placed the order. Sometimes the order becomes faster than we thought. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes they lose the package and then we don't get it for months later, right? But you ordered the thing, so you're going to get it. You're entitled to it. You have a receipt that says, I ordered this. The same confidence you have when you place an order, that's the same confidence you want to have when you manifest. So it's not about feeling excited all the time or always being in the state of the end. Obviously, when you're using the law of assumption, being in the end and living in the end is a huge tool and it works really well. But before you can get to that point, you have to overcome that feeling of attachment. You have to overcome your requirement for needing proof, because that's all it is. Feeling attached and not being able to surrender to the process, it simply comes from the fact that you just don't have faith. you don't think that manifestation works, or you don't believe that what you did is effective. Sometimes we can overcome this by simply manifesting smaller things. So if you have a big manifestation that you're really attached to, start manifesting little things that don't matter to you. Because when you manifest little things that don't matter to you, you start to feel how it feels when you just think about something and it comes to you without you even caring about it. Then take that same energy and channel that into your faith. Realize that the same amount of energy it took you to manifest this little thing, that same amount of energy is required to manifest that crazy thing that you're like, oh my God, that could never be. So first you need to take your desire off the pedestal. And one of the easiest way to do this is by looking at other people that had this manifestation. So when you realize that we are all equal, we all have the same power, we all have the same strengths, not the same strengths as in personality wise, but more so like we all have the power to manifest. Look at people that have something that you want. Examine their life a little bit and you will realize they're not perfect. They are not perfect, far from it. Nobody's perfect, right? So when you realize that the thing that you want, the people that already have that thing, they aren't God. They aren't this otherworldly person. They're just a regular average person, no better than you, no worse than you, okay? If you don't have access to someone like this in your life, go on social media. You'll be able to see, okay? You'll be able to see that the things these people do are the same things you do. They go do the same workouts, they eat the same food, they shop at the same grocery stores. Okay, maybe they shop at different grocery stores and maybe they do different hobbies, but you get the point that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make it clear to you that what you want, it's not out of reach. And the fact that you think it's out of reach, that's why you're not able to detach from it. Because how can you not care about something that is so important to you that you also aren't sure if you can have it, right? Like when you are confident that something is available to you and it's no big deal, you will manifest it into your life so much easier. And when you practice this by manifesting little things that don't matter, you'll be able to kind of feel the vibe of what that should feel like. Just like how you place an order online, you know you're getting the order. Maybe you're a little bit nervous because you're like, oh, is it gonna come on time? I thought it was gonna come yesterday. Why hasn't it come yet, right? But at the end of the day, you know you're gonna get it. And you know that if you don't get it, you can get your money back. You can get your energy back, or you can reprogram your energy to go somewhere else, okay? You'll never have lost the effort that you put into a manifestation. Another reason that we can't detach from our manifestations is because we're obsessed with knowing how and why. Our rational minds cannot comprehend manifestation. So even though you can read all these books and watch all these YouTube videos and do all these meditations and feel that power flowing through you, your mind is not going to be able to comprehend it to its fullest extent. So there's always going to be some doubt in your mind unless you've reached the point where you're like ascended to the next level, the next realm. In that case, you're probably no longer with us on this earth. You're probably in the sky with the aliens. I don't know. I'm just joking, you guys. Don't take everything I say so seriously. But when you feel the question coming up of, how is this gonna happen? How is this gonna happen? Affirm, it's not for me to worry. It's none of my business. It doesn't matter how it comes to me. I just know it's coming to me. So instead of affirming the thing that you're trying to manifest, affirm the fact that you don't need to know how it's coming to you. Affirm the fact that it's none of your business to know how it's going to come to you. And through that, you'll be able to kind of relax a little bit because it is true, all right? The biggest block that people come across when they're doing affirmations is that they feel like they're lying to themselves. But in this case, you're telling yourself the truth, because you really are not to be concerned with how it's going to come to you. So if you can kind of realize that the reason you're feeling so attached is because you don't know how it's going to happen, then use that affirmation. Continue to affirm that it's not for you to worry and that it's coming to you regardless. Another thing that blocks a lot of people from being able to detach is because they can't get over the why. So you're introduced to manifestation, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to manifest this, this, and this. But if you can't answer why, then it probably won't come to you. So here's the thing. Your why is unique to you. The reason why you want to manifest something, that is for you to decide. And I'm here to tell you that there is no right or wrong reason to manifest something. Now, of course, I never suggest manifesting to hurt others or to bring others down. I always suggest that you use manifesting to make your life better and for the benefit of yourself and for everyone around you. Because when you do it that way, you're going to manifest easier, it's going to be a lot more rewarding, and your manifestations will compound because you're creating something not only for yourself, but also for the benefit of others. So it's just, the energy builds up very nicely for you in that way. Whereas if you're manifesting for someone else's downfall, you already know, like, life is a circle. Whatever you put out comes right back to you. Even if you are very good at alchemizing that and you're very good at transmuting negative energy, it's a lot of unnecessary work. Just focus your energy on yourself and don't hurt others, okay? But beyond that, your reasoning is up to you. No one else gets to tell you what's a good reason or what's a bad reason. Maybe you just want money. Maybe you don't need the money for anything. You just want more money. Maybe you just want a better relationship, or you just want to look better. There's no reason, you just want that. That is a valid reason within itself. And the longer you take to accept that, the more you're trying to find like a valid reason, the longer you're delaying it. The longer you're gonna feel so attached to the outcome. Remember, manifesting is just as simple as shopping on Amazon, okay? It's just as simple as shopping at the grocery store. You're not like, should I buy this avocado? Why? Why should I buy this avocado? Is it right for me to have this avocado? Do I deserve to buy this avocado? No, you want the avocado, buy it. That's it. That's how you go to the grocery store. You're not over emotionalizing everything. And that's how you have to treat manifesting. I know it's going to be easier said than done because I struggled with this for a long time. Even though I heard people saying like, oh, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. I really didn't receive it. Like, I didn't truly understand that until I personally went through my own ups and downs with it. And it got to a point where I essentially just gave up. And that may be what needs to happen for you. And not that I gave up, like I didn't want my manifestation anymore, but I gave up trying. I gave up putting in energy. I gave up caring at all. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get. I'm done. I'm done. And as soon as I made that decision, things started flowing in. It's crazy, okay? So get to that place energetically where you're done, all right? That's what detachment is. Detachment is saying, I'm done. My work is done. It does not matter how it comes to me. It's not for me to worry. When you're at a point of frustration, when you feel like you've been trying so hard and you're not getting rewarded, stop trying and pretend it has already happened. So another way to overcome the feeling of attachment and desperation is to pretend like you've already gotten the thing. So act as if you are an actor and you're preparing for a role. You have your script and you're preparing to, film the movie or whatever it is. Memorize that script, you're rehearsing that script every day, you're looking in the mirror acting as the character because you're practicing for your role. Act that way. You're an actor and the role that you're playing is your dream reality. And you're just showing up every day like, yes, this is who I am. okay? Like how when you watch movies and some actors will play like billionaires and, you know, tech billionaires or like supermodels and whatnot. In real life, they're not billionaires, okay? These actors don't get paid that much unless they're really good actors, right? Or they're really famous and they've done a lot of work. So how do they do that? How do they show up on camera as if they're billionaires, but they're not? Acting, okay? So you can do that. You can harness the energy of acting, and that goes very perfectly with the law of assumption, and that will help you sort of detach a little bit, because when you're focused on making it a game and you're playing a little bit and you're like, yes, this is the role that I'm playing, I'm this person and I have this thing, and you're just showing up in that way, it makes it into like a fun little game. And you're no longer concerned with, do I have it, do I not have it, because you're already acting like it. You're already doing the thing. This gives your energy a break. This gives your mind a break, because the biggest mistake that you can make is obsessing over your goal. So the most you can do is set your intention and do your manifestation techniques and take inspired action. That's all you can do. You can't go behind the scenes and control when things are going to come to you, how they're going to come to you. Stop seeking this like crazy experience and just have faith that your day-to-day is going to improve more and more in the direction that you want to go. Another way to overcome attachment and be able to detach from your manifestations is to work with someone who can help you build that faith. So a lot of people come to me wanting help manifesting something that they could manifest on their own. They don't need me, right? But their energy is blocking them, their mindset is blocking them. They can't overcome the feeling of wanting, they can't overcome their limiting beliefs. And so working with someone like me helps them sort of let down their wall a little bit and rely on me, rely on the fact that I do know what I'm talking about and I can help you. And through that, their faith is solidified. So even though I'm probably not telling them something that they haven't heard before, just being in the energy of someone that has faith in you helps you build your faith. It helps you let go of those limitations. And it doesn't hurt to have someone validate how you're feeling and validate that you can do something, right? Even sometimes that's all it takes. That's all it takes is me telling someone, oh yeah, absolutely, that's easy, you can do that. And I can see almost like instantly like a weight was lifted off their shoulders. Like they just needed someone to tell them that. They just needed someone to hear them out and tell them that. I know it sounds simple, but sometimes that's all it takes. So if you can surround yourself by people that believe in you, if you can surround yourself with people that are spiritual in this way, that will help you. And remember, if you don't have access to people like that, you always have access to coaching. You always have access to people like me that will literally work with you to manifest whatever it is that you want. Have you ever heard that quote, "It is what it is"? Well, in our world, it's not what it is, it's what we want it to be. So it doesn't really matter what's going on in the external reality. We're only going to use that to sort of design how we want this manifestation to go. But at the end of the day, it's what you desire that you should focus on. That's what you need to be putting your energy into. Because for every moment you stress and worry about what's happening in your life, that's taking away from you being able to go forward and manifest what you want. Now, don't take that as an excuse to then beat yourself up every time you feel something negative. Like I told you before, wherever you go, whatever you do, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be times where you doubt yourself. It's how you handle the situation. It's what you do in that moment. So whenever you're like, oh, this sucks, why is this happening to me? Wait, everything always happens for me. Even in this situation, it's leading me to somewhere better. I'm excited to see where this takes me. That's it, okay? Every single time something happens, every single time you're brought down, you can use that as an opportunity to create something better for yourself. So I hope this video helped you. Let me know if you have any content requests in the comments below. And if you took notes during this video or any of my videos, leave it in the comments. I know some people have been asking for notes because some of my videos are too long. So help them out, I guess, leave the notes so that way they can decide if they want to watch the full video or not. Okay? I love you and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.